Hello everyone, my name is Akshaj and this is a demonstration video where I've built a simple mini student management system in Python. In this file, first we'll import the JSON package and the OS package. The JSON package is used to save or load the data as a file, and the OS package is used to check if a file exists or not. We'll make a file called students.json. Basically, it will update all the data we'll insert later on in this file and help us to take the data and pull it out from the file. What the load function does here is that it checks if the file exists. If it exists, then it opens it and reads it as a dictionary. But if it does not exist, it just creates a simple empty dictionary without raising an error. The save data, basically, it takes the data and writes it in the JSON file. As you can see, there's something called indent equals to. Indent equals to basically means it makes the file human readable with some nice formatting. Next, if we want to add our data, we'll do it from the add function. This add function basically loads the data, and the student ID basically tells us the ID of the student, and it is converted to a string because JSON keys are always in string. And the +1 basically takes how many student IDs are there, then adds a new one if we want to add more students. We can also input our details like name, age and marks, because we have put input function here, and then it saves the data into the JSON file we have created before and gives us a saved as ID and returns the ID as a print statement. The next is a view function. The view function helps us see the data we have inserted or inputted before into a nice table. This less than 5 and less than 15 are basically format specifiers. They help us left align the text and pad it with a fixed width, so the columns line up very nicely and it's nice to look at. Next, we'll talk about the update function. If we want to update the details of a file, we can do it from this function we have built. Basically, it loads the data and it checks if the student ID. It checks the student ID which we want to update. If the ID is not present, it gives us a not found statement without raising an error. And then if it is present, basically it will tell us to input the field we want to change, for example name, age or marks. Then it will change it easily from here. If we want to delete some item or element in the of the table, we can use it using the delete function. Basically, it takes the student ID we want to delete and deletes it using the dictionary and deletes it as a dictionary and returns the dictionary which we have deleted, as you can see here. What the stats function does, it helps us tell us the amount of the total marks we have scored, the average marks, the highest marks and the lowest marks of the students have built. For example, we'll start while writing the inputting some details. For example, I have a name, Evangeline. The first student name is Rohan. He is 19 years old and has secured a marks of, let's say, 90. Okay, it has saved it as ID number 1. If I want to add more students, I can simply rerun it and write another name called Karan. His age is also 19 and he has scored 82 marks. If I want to add another one, I can add it also, like Priya, and her marks, she's also 19 and she has scored 88 marks. Okay, now if you want to see the amount of where we have stored, it basically has created a students.json file here. As you can see here, the ID number, the name, the age and marks for each and every student we have inputted the details of. If you want to see the entire detail of the entire table of this student management system, we can see using the view function. As you can see, it has created a nice little table with the ID number, the name, the age and marks present. If we want to update, for example, I want to change Karan's marks from 82 to 91. I can do it very easily, for example, by writing the student ID. For example, if I want to change Karan's, I will write student ID as 2. I want to change the marks, I can write marks, and I want to update it to 91, so I'm gonna write 91. And if I want to see what it has updated, I can see it using the view function again, and as you can see, it was 82 before, it's 91 now. I can also delete some the data. So for example, if I want to remove Rohan's entire details, I can give Rohan's student ID, which is 1, and when I enter it, it'll remove and give me the dictionary it has removed because we have used the pop function. And when I view it again, Rohan's ID is removed. And if I want to see the statistics of everything we have built, and you can see that we have 2 students, Karan and Priya. The average is 89.5, the highest is 91, and the lowest is 88. So this was a simple student management system I've built using Python, and thank you for watching.